So today I was reading an article regarding how LinkedIn detects spam content on its platform and how it blocks them. So this is a pretty good article. I'll add the article link in the video description. If you are interested, then you can read it below. So before describing how LinkedIn detects spam content or what are the defense mechanisms that they have to detect spam content on LinkedIn, you need to understand why do LinkedIn cares about the spam content. What's the big deal if people post bunch of spam content or there are lots of spam content in LinkedIn? What's the big deal in that? And why does LinkedIn care? So imagine that tomorrow morning you wake up and you open LinkedIn. As you are scrolling through the LinkedIn, you are seeing bunch of spam content, spam posts, like there are some posts like earn this amount of money per day, and in that post they will probably invite you to join their Telegram or WhatsApp channel, or maybe they will ask you to click on some link and then they will teach you how to earn a certain amount of money per day. And along with that, some fake job posting might be there, and along with that some crypto related scams, some AI generated bullshit content, or some another engagement bait post like if you love coding then comment something. So these are the posts, we can say that these posts doesn't add any value, and these are the spam content that you say that this is a spam content, spam post. I'm pretty sure that all of you who use LinkedIn, definitely you might have seen this kind of post once in a while in your feed, right? Some of the people who are very highly knowledgeable, they often write very good article. We read through the article and we get a lot of good knowledge from that. So this is the value that LinkedIn is adding. But if lots of nonsense content or lots of spam content gets filled up in LinkedIn, then the value goes down, and the value goes down means the users will go down. And the problem that will have is basically user will lose trust on the platform, because lots of spam content are there, lots of fake job posting are there. So LinkedIn will lose its reputation, and genuine content creator who post good content, they'll not get the incentive to post good content, because they will say that, and because they will see that their good content is not getting pushed, instead rather than some spam content is getting pushed and getting millions of likes and views. And recruiters might stop job posting there because lots of fake candidates might be there. Another reason is the advertiser might lose confidence, because if you have seen that LinkedIn is an ad platform as well, like more often than not we often see different ads about different products or different new things. So these are the problem statement, like why should LinkedIn care about the spam content, and why do they want to stop the spam content in the LinkedIn? So that was about more or less the what is the problem. Now let's talk about the what is the actual defense mechanism that LinkedIn has, so that it can detect and it can remove the spam content as much as possible to make the platform better. So it turns out that they have two type of mechanism, I would say, other defense mechanism. So one is the proactive defense, another is the reactive defense. So you can see the proactive defense is that one. This is the first model that acts immediately when a post is appeared on the LinkedIn. So whenever you post something on the LinkedIn, based on your post, this proactive defense it runs, okay, and it tries to figure out if the content that you are posting, if the content is spam content or genuine content, right? And regarding the reactive defense, so it doesn't trigger immediately as soon as you post, but it waits, and as soon as your post gets some engagement, then it kicks in, and then it checks if the content is genuine or if there is any harmful information in the content or not, right? So these are the two defense mechanisms that LinkedIn has. Now if you check the proactive defense, you are making a new post here, right? And what it does, it basically checks two type of features, like one we are calling it as author features, another we are calling it as content feature. So what the author feature means is that, suppose I as a person, I made a post, right? Now LinkedIn's proactive defense, it will check who is the author who has made the post, and it will check different details about the author itself who has made the post, right? So it will check who has created the post, and it will also check and it will check if the user has ever posted any kind of spam post in the past, or if the user has posted something which is against the LinkedIn content violation, if these kind of records are there, or if there are any posts like which the user has made before, but that was not appropriate or that was against the policy, so LinkedIn had to remove that. Is there are any those kind of scenarios as well, right? Apart from that, like how many connections that the user has, and if the user profile is complete or not, and if the account activity history, what are the account activity history, like that. So for example, if I talk about myself, I am using LinkedIn for more than 10 years. So if I post a content and my profile is complete, I have put all the details in my LinkedIn profile, so it will check like, okay, this person has been a LinkedIn user for more than 10 years and its profile is complete, so there is a lesser chance that this user will post spam content. But if it checks that the content has been posted by some account which has been opened barely 5 minutes ago, or then it becomes more suspicious, or I would say then the checks become much more stricter, and suppose that user profile is not complete either, there is a more chance that this kind of profile might post fake content rather than a trusted LinkedIn user who has been LinkedIn user for a long time. Okay, so these are some of the features, some of the criteria that they check regarding the author who is posting the content. Another set of checks that they have is the content. So what type of content it is, like if it could be audio type of content, it could be video type of something. I think audio is not separated. I guess it could be video, it could be article, something like that. And what is the content length, right? And one of the thing is that if the post content lots of links or not, right? So this is a pattern you might have seen, like if you just open LinkedIn, you can see there are a bunch of influencers who often write about different articles or writes about their product, but you might have seen that they don't, in the post itself, they don't add, even if there is some URL, they don't put the URL directly inside of the post. So either they put the link in the comment, or they write the URL in some format, like if the URL is abc.com, so they will not write it inside the post in abc.com, rather they will write something like that. Okay, I am pretty sure you have seen like this. So this is one of the reason why they do this, because if your content, if your post has lots of links, then that becomes a red flag for the LinkedIn, and LinkedIn might think that okay, this post has lots of link, right? So this might be a spam content, so they might reduce the reach of your post. Okay, so that's the reason lots of influencers, they choose to, instead of putting the links directly in the post, they try to either put the links in the comments, or they try to put the link like this in this format inside of the post. Does it have some spam keyword? So maybe they are having some earn money fast, work from home, guaranteed income, this kind of keywords are much more there in the post, then this might become a spam post. There is a chance, right? And also it checks if it is too many hashtags or something like that. Also, what is the content polarity, right? So if the content is positive, negative, or neutral, or whatever it is, these are the criteria, these metrics are sent to the neural network that they have. So this neural network, it analyzes these patterns, and it gives the post a I would say a score, or how much probability is there that this post could be a spam post, right? So it tries to predict that, and based on that it takes the necessary action. Suppose that user has posted something which is not appropriate, which is straight away against the policy of the LinkedIn, the model is very confident that this is spam protection. So in that case, they will either altogether remove it, or they will probably send it for a human review. So the human will review, and a human will probably take the final call if the post is spam or not. This is the proactive defense that runs whenever you are posting some new content. This proactive defense runs, and it gathers different information from the authors and the content, and based on that, the neural network tries to figure out if the content could be a spam content or a genuine content. Okay, so this is the proactive defense. And if we just talk about this neural network part, so this neural network is basically, as per the LinkedIn, so these defenses are mostly a deep neural network that are been trained using TensorFlow and are deployed using the centralized ML platform at LinkedIn, which is known as the ProML. So ProML is like, it's the LinkedIn proprietary internal machine learning infrastructure initiative that they have designed to streamline how their engineers build, deploy, and manage the AI model. So this ProML, it is kind of like the LinkedIn proprietary AI platform. So these models often run on the platform every few hours, and then they take appropriate action, such as filtering the content or sending the content to the human for the manual review. So this is, in a nutshell, what is the proactive defense mechanism that they have. Now let's move on to the reactive defense mechanism. And again, we have the same diagram here, like it gathers a different information regarding the author and the content, and then based on that, it sends the information to the proactive model, and then based on that, it tries to figure out if the post is genuine or spam content, right? And now if we just move on to the reactive defense mechanism that they have. So this mechanism, this is triggered only when your post starts to get some engagement, right? After the initial check that happened in the proactive model, the post didn't seem harmful, didn't seem spammy, so it allowed it. Now the post is there in the platform. Now all of a sudden it is saying that this post is getting lots of views and comments and like, right? So that's when the reactive defense mechanism kicks in. So as soon as it sees that some post is started getting velocity real quick, then this reactive defense mechanism starts to kick in. Okay, so if you just talk about the velocity of the likes, comments, and views, so if you see, we have the definition of the velocity here. So velocity of likes, comments, and views, right? So suppose that you have posted something, now that post got 100 likes in 10 days. Now that's normal, that's not a problem. But suppose that post got 100 likes in 10 minutes. Now that's where the things become interesting, because you can see within a very short amount of time it got huge amount of like, right? So that's when we say that yes, the post has got some velocity. So that's when the reactive defense mechanism kicks in, so that it can check if that post is harmful or not. Because if this post is harmful and the post get lots of traction, right, so then the damage is already done, right? So we have to stop it right there before the post get reached to millions of users. We have to stop it right there, so that spam content or the harmful content is not reached to millions of users. And that's what the job of the reactive defense mechanism is. So similarly, it gathers all those information and sends to the neural network model, which is known as the reactive model here, and then based on that it tries to figure out if the post could be spam content or not, right? This reactive model, this neural network model, it doesn't just check what are the like, comment, how many like, comment, share, views it got. It also check what are the user who has interacted with the post, like what are the user who have commented on that, who have shared that, who have liked that content, right? So it also checks those, like who are the people who has interacted with the post, right? So suppose that the post got 1000 likes, but most of the likes are from the trusted user, right? So it seems that the genuine user account who has trusted LinkedIn account, they have liked some post, right? So that is a good sign, that's not a problem. But if you just see that the post is getting hundreds of likes, thousands of likes, and most of the likes are coming from the account which are not that much old, which may be very new account, like maybe created 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, that's when this becomes suspicious. Because 1000 likes from the accounts which has been created just 5 minutes ago, it could be a red flag. So at that point, these are the things that the reactive model, and apart from that, there are other sophisticated information also that they collect, and based on that they try to predict if the post could be a spam post or not. And to summarize the things, so these are the things that they do. So to summarize the things, so as soon as you post something, so it runs the proactive model. So proactive model gathers the information of the user who has posted the content, and also different information regarding the post, and based on that it tries to figure out if there is any spam content or if the content could be harmful or not, something like that. So that is the proactive model. And then the reactive model, and the reactive model runs when the post starts to get engagements. So if some of the posts get lots of good engagement in a quick time interval, then this model runs and tries to ensure that the post that is getting engagement, the post shouldn't have any harmful content, so that it can limit the reach for that harmful and spam post before it reaches to millions of users. So that's it for this video. And once again, if you just go to this article, I think it's a very good article. You can definitely read through it and you will get some good ideas on that. So I hope this video was useful to you. Let me know what you think on this one, and as always, thanks for watching.